Welcome back to Stone and Watch Weekend. Box office, let's just dive right into it. Now, V Ferrari takes the checkered flag in week one. Their total weekend haul is $31.4 million. Their total domestic is $34 million. And the worldwide is sitting at $56.2 million. Now, coming in at number 2 this week, we've got Midway. They bring in $8.5 million for their weekend haul. They're down almost 53% from last week. Their total domestic as of right now is $34.8 million. Its worldwide is sitting at $72.2 million. Now coming in number 3 this week and debuting on the chart, we've got Charlie's Angels. Now they bring in $8.3 million for their weekend haul, and that's their total domestic as of right now. Their worldwide is sitting at $28.1 million. It's not really all that good. And coming at number 4, we've got Playing with Fire. They bring in $8.332 million for their weekend haul. They're down almost 35% from last week. Their total domestic as of right now is $25.2 million. Its worldwide is sitting at $30.1 million. And running on our top 5, we've got Last Christmas. They bring in $6.4 million for their weekend haul. They're down a little over 43% from last week. The total domestic as of right now is $22.3 million, and its worldwide is sitting at $36.1 million. Coming at number 6 this week, we've got Dr. Sleep. They bring in $6 million for their weekend haul. They're down a little over 57% from last week. Their total domestic as of right now is $24.8 million. Its worldwide is sitting at $54.2 million. And coming at number 7, we've got, and debuting, we've got Good Liar. They bring in $5.6 million for their weekend haul. That's their total domestic as of right now. And the worldwide is sitting at $9.9 million. And coming at number 8, we've got Joker. Now they bring in $5.3 million for their weekend haul. They're down almost a little over 42% from last week. Their total domestic as of right now is $322.3 million. Its worldwide is sitting at $1 billion. That's with a B, baby. Yeah, they made it. A little bit. They're only almost like 20 million over $1 billion. That's just totally awesome. Totally awesome. I still got to see that movie. And coming at number 7, we got Maleficent, Mistress of Evil. They bring in $4.9 million for their weekend haul. They're down almost 42% from last week. Their total domestic as of right now is $105.6 million. Its worldwide is sitting at $460.2 million. And rounding on our top 10, we've got Harriet. They bring in $4.5 million for their weekend haul. They're down 38% from last week. Their total domestic as of right now is $31.6 million, and that's it. It doesn't have a worldwide box office at this point. Now, it's a pretty amazing top 10. Now, V Ferrari is coming into what they were projecting at, so that's pretty damn cool. Charlie's Angels, they're saying, is kind of a flop. They're not performing the way they thought they would and what have you. So, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see how that plays out. Joker finally making $1 billion. That's pretty damn cool. So, I don't know. Did you see any of these movies in the top 10? Let me know in the comments down below. Now it's time for Stone to Watch 15 or 2. All right, let's just dive right into it. Now coming in number 1 for 15 or 2 this week, we've got Frozen 2. Now they're calling it an animation, adventure, comedy, family, fantasy. Now the description reads, Anna, Elsa, Kristoff, Olaf, and Sven leave Arendelle to travel to an ancient autumn-bound forest of the Enchanted Land. They set out to find the origins of Elsa's powers in order to save their kingdom. Now it's being directed by Chris Buck, Jennifer Lee, starring Christian Bale, Jonathan Groff, Evan Rachel Wood, and Jason Ritter and Josh Gad. Now, I just watched the trailer again for the first time a few minutes ago. Kind of refreshed my memory since the last time I saw it, and it looks okay. It looks a little bit more interesting than the storyline that they had in the first one. Now, when I see it, if I see it, I'm going to say matinee, mainly because I'm cheap. But I don't know. It looked okay. I ain't going to rush out and go see it opening weekend. I'm not going to lie, but it looks all right. Did you see the trailer for Frozen 2? You got a little girl who's going to go check it out? Let me know in the comments down below. Second on the list for 15 or 2, we've got A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood. Now, they're calling it a biography drama. Now, the description reads, based on the true story of the real life of the friendship between Fred Rogers and journalist Tom Junod. I think that's how you say him. If I do apologize, I suck with names. Now, it's being directed by Marielle Heller, starring Tom Hanks, Christine Leahy, I think that's how you say it. Again, I do apologize. Matthew Rise Suzanne Ketchy Watson. Now, I just watched the trailer for this movie for the first time a few minutes ago, and it looks pretty good. Now, it always amazes me on how Tom Hanks just like captures the role that he's in, and he almost becomes that person. Now, I'm not saying he looks exactly like Mr. Rogers at all. I'm just saying, but with like some like the facial expressions and stuff like that, he becomes that character. I mean, he is guy has to be one of the best actors that in our time. Has to be. I mean, that's just my opinion. Now, when I see it, if I see it, you know I'm going to say it. I'm going to say matinee, mainly because I'm cheap. Other than that, this movie looks pretty good. I'd kind of like to see this movie in the theater. Now, it's already getting some kind of Oscar buzz and whatnot because and what have you. So, I don't know. It looks pretty damn good. And it's Tom Hanks. You usually can't go wrong. Did you see the trailer for A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood? You can go check it out. Let me know in the comments down below. And coming at number 3 on the list this week, we've got 21 Bridges. Now, they're calling it an action, drama, crime, thriller. Now, the description reads, an embattled NYPD detective is thrust into the citywide manhunt for a pair of cop killers after uncovering a massive and unexpected conspiracy. Now, it's being directed by Brian Kurt, starring Chadwick Boseman, J.K. Simmons, Sienna Miller, and Taylor Kitsch. Now, I just watched the trailer for this movie for the first time a few minutes ago, and it looks pretty good. Now, we've got the guy who played from Black Panther and what have you, so it's his first movie after the Black Panther, at least the first one I've seen, and it looks pretty good. Now, when I see it, if I see it, you know I'm going to say it. I'm going to say matinee, mainly because I'm cheap. But other than that, it looks all right. It looks pretty damn good. Now, I'm not going to rush out and go see this opening weekend, but it does look pretty good, and it's kind of interesting from what I saw in the trailer. So, I don't know. Did you see the trailer for 21 Bridges? You can go check it out this weekend. Let me know in the comments down below. And coming in at number 4 this week, we've got Dark Waters. Now, they're calling it a biography drama history. Now, the description reads, a corporate defense attorney takes on an environmental lawsuit against a chemical company that exposes a lengthy history of pollution. Now, it's being directed by Todd Haynes, starring Anne Hathaway, William Jackson Harper, Tim Robbins, and Mark Ruffalo. Now, I just watched the trailer for this for the first time a few minutes ago, and it looks pretty damn interesting, to say the least. Now, when I see it, if I see it, you know I'm going to say matinee. I'm not saying that it looks terrible. The story looks very interesting, and I live in Michigan, so Flint, Michigan is not too far from me. So this kind of like brings the story kind of home a little bit. And I'm sure this is not the first time we've heard something like this. Now, it does look kind of interesting to me. So now I'm not going to rush out and go see this opening weekend. I definitely like to see this movie because it definitely looks pretty good. I mean, Mark Ruffalo is a pretty good actor and what have you. And we got Tim Robbins and whatnot. Looks pretty good. I don't know. Did you see the trailer for Dark Waters? You can go check it out this weekend. Let me know in the comments down below. And coming at number 5 this week, we've got Citizen K. Now, it's a documentary. Now, the description reads, the strange case of Mikhail Khodorkovsky, once believed to be the wealthiest man in Russia, who rocketed to prosperity and prominence in the 1990s, served a decade in prison and became an unlikely martyr for the anti-Putin movement. Now, this movie is being directed by Alex Gibney, starring Mikhail Khodorkovsky, Vladimir Putin, Leonard Nizolin, and Boris Berkovsky. I suck with names. Now, I just watched the trailer for this thing for a few minutes ago, and it looks kind of interesting. Now, when I see it, if I see it, I'm going to say probably not. This would be something I would watch maybe on cable or satellite and what have you at home. I doubt I would actually pay money to see this in the theater. I definitely would probably watch this at home. I'm not going to rush out and go to see it in the theater, to be quite honest with you. It looks kind of interesting, but not enough to get me to go see it in the theater. I don't know. Did you see the trailer for Citizen K? You know, check it out. Let me know in the comments down below. And coming at number 6 this week, we've got When the Lambs Become Lions. Now, it's a documentary. Now, the description reads, in the Kenya bush, a small-time ivory dealer fights to stay on top while forces mobilize to destroy his trade. When he turns to his younger cousin, a conflicted wildlife ranger who hasn't been paid in months. They both see possible lifeline. Now, this movie is being directed by John Kasabi. I think that's how you say your name. I do apologize. I suck with names. Now, it looks kind of interesting. When I see it, if I see it, I'm going to say probably no. This is definitely, again, another thing I would probably watch at home on the Discovery Channel and whatnot. I mean, I doubt I even would watch the whole thing, but it is kind of interesting. Did you see the trailer for When Lambs Become Lions? You can go check this out. Let me know in the comments down below. And coming at number 7 this week, we've got Hala. Now, they're calling it a drama. Now, the description reads, a Muslim teenager, Hala, copes with the unraveling of her family as she comes into her own. Now, it's being directed by Midway Beige. I think that's how you say your name. I do apologize. Starring Grenadine Viswanathan, Jack Kilmer, Gabriel Luna, and Puri Joshi. I think that's say your name. I do apologize. I suck with names. Now, I just watched the trailer for this for the first time a few minutes ago, and I have to say, when I see it, if I see it, I'm going to say matinee. Now, that's mainly because I'm cheap, and it looks okay. Now, it looks more like a Hallmark movie made on the big screen as far as I'm concerned, but I don't know. I'm not saying it looks terrible, but I'm leaning more towards like, the matinee and more like the $2 range for this movie. But I'm not saying it looks bad. Looks okay. Did you see the trailer for Hala? You can go check it out. Let me know in the comments down below. And finally, for 15 or 2, we've got Shooting the Mafia. Now, it's a documentary biography. Now, the description reads, an Italian photographer, and I'm going to butcher your name right now. We got Letty Zinnia Battaglia spends her life documenting the life and crimes of the mafia. Now, it's being directed by Kim Longato and starring Letty Zinnia Battaglia. Sorry if I butcher your name. I do apologize. Now, I just watched the trailer for this for the first time a few minutes ago, and I have to say it's kind of bad. I mean, I'm not saying it's bad, but there's a lot of subtitles in this thing, so you can do a lot of reading. So when I see it, if I see it, I'm going to say probably no, mainly because I don't mind subtitles in movies and what have you, but I don't want to have it through the whole entire movie. You know what I mean? So I don't know. And again, it is a documentary, but again, I could see this at home on cable or what have you, so I'm not going to rush out and go see this in the theater. I won't lie to you. So I don't know. Did you see the trailer for Shooting the Mafia? Look interesting? Let me know in the comments down below. And in other movie-related news, it's just been announced the MCU has dropped a whole bunch of other movie dates that are coming up. Now, this story comes to us from Empire Magazine. Now, the new dates are going to be October 7th of 22. We have February 17th of 23, May 5th of 23, July 28th of 23, and November of 23. That's a lot of dates and stuff like that. Now, we already know that Phase 4, we're getting Black Widow, The Eternals, Shang-Chi, The Legend of the Ten Rings, Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, the Tom Holland Spider-Man movie, and Thor and Love and Thunder. We know we're going to get those all within the next couple of years and stuff like that. So that's pretty damn cool. Plus with all those shows that they're going to have on Disney Plus, like Falcon and Winter Soldier, WandaVision, What If, and Hawkeye, and the Loki, and whatnot. And these are all supposed to be tied in. Now, I'm not saying that you have to watch all these TV shows in order to really enjoy the MCU movies, but it will help. It's just like little things and stuff like that, because there's some of those MCU movies, if you did not see the other MCU movies, you could watch them and it wouldn't be that bad. You would just miss on a little nuggets on the Easter eggs and stuff like that and what have you. So you wouldn't be really all that lost and you would still enjoy the movie, which is the cool thing about the MCU. But we already know that we're going to get within the next few years in Phase 5. We already know we're getting Black Panther 2. It was already announced that we're going to get Blade. They didn't give a date, but they did announce that we are getting Blade. We already know we're getting Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. We don't know what date, but we know that one's coming. We're getting Captain Marvel 2. They made over $1 billion. You know they're going to make another one. And it was just recently announced last week that they're going to do an Ant-Man 3. Now, there are some people speculating that they might actually try to tie in and try to launch possibly the Fantastic Four somehow within that movie. Now, I'm not saying I got any inside information and that's going to happen, but I did hear that rumor, and that would be kind of cool. And also, again, I can't say it enough, but Mandalorian last week dropped on Disney Plus. That was totally awesome. Going over some of the numbers right now within the streaming wars that we have going on right now, Netflix is sitting at 137 million subscribers. Amazon Prime is saying that they've got 100 million subscribers, but I think there's only 26 million of those are actually the ones that are actually watching the movies and the videos and what have you and whatnot, because you can be a Amazon Prime subscriber by just buying stuff. So if that, I don't know really how that counts, but they technically, I guess they got only 26 million when you come to watching movies and videos, according to what they're saying online. Hulu is saying they're sitting at 20 million subscribers. CBS All Access, they got 4 million subscribers. That's pretty damn cool. Disney, on the day one, 10 million subscribers. And that would explain why they were having some troubles with their technical difficulties and whatnot when they were first rolling out and what have you. So I don't know about that one. So we'll have to wait and see how this streaming wars actually plays out and what have you, because my wife and I have been toying the idea about actually cutting the cord and what have you and whatnot, but technically you're not. You're switching the cord. You're going from a cable cord to where however you get your internet access. So you're going from one cord to the other. So you're not really cutting the cord, technically, but whatever. So I don't know. Did you sign up for Disney Plus? Did you watch The Mandalorian? Now, I unfortunately, the only thing I have watched, I've watched The Mandalorian episodes, both of them like a couple times each, and I watched the new special edition part that they added on to episode 4. I just wanted to see what everybody was talking about and what have you, and I watched Pixar's Float, which was awesome. I highly recommend watching that. And now it's only a short, it's like 8, maybe 10 minutes long, but it is awesome. I highly recommend watching it. Highly recommend. I can't say it enough. That was just fun to watch. I love watching them short movies. So, I don't know. Well, did you watch any that much on Disney Plus? Let me know in the comments down below. Okay, well, that's it for today, man. That's one hell of a top 10 that we had this week. Ford V Ferrari coming at number 1 with like a little over $30 million and stuff like that. Midway still hanging in the top 5. I mean, they're not killing it, but they're still making money. And probably not as much as they want, but they're still making money. Charlie's Angels is not performing at least the way they thought it would, or at least they were hoping and whatnot. But it is what it is. I mean, I didn't really think it was going to do all that well to begin with. The fact that it's in the top 5 I think is kind of shocking, personally. And Playing with Fire with John Cena, that looks pretty damn good. I still need to go check that movie out. Looks pretty funny. Last Christmas, that's a Hallmark movie on the big screen as far as I'm concerned. Dr. Sleep, they're still doing halfway decent, I guess. I mean, some people are saying it's underperforming to what they wanted it to be. And Good Liar, they're not really doing all that well in their first week out and stuff like that. They didn't even really crack $10 million worldwide. That's not good. Not good at all. Joker hitting $1 billion. That's totally awesome. Totally awesome. I still yet to see that movie, so I got to check that out. Maleficent, that seems pretty damn cool, even though they're probably thinking that that's not making as much as they wanted it to. But again, the last one was okay. It's not like it was like it made over $1 billion. I mean, it did make some good money, but it's not like it did over $1 billion worth of stuff like that. And that's not like everybody say, hey, we need more Maleficent. So I don't know. I mean, it looked okay. I mean, it looks more interesting compared to what they had in the first one. So I'll probably end up waiting for that one to be on DVD. But I don't know. What do you think? Harriet still doesn't have a internet worldwide, and it doesn't look like they're going to. So, but I don't know. There's still like a little over $30 million and stuff like that. That's got to be pretty damn cool. And the new movies we got coming out this weekend for 15 or 2. We got Frozen 2. Now that looks pretty damn funny. I saw some good clips and what have you from that movie. There was like one with like Olaf. Somebody was like chewing on his foot. He said, hey, don't suck on my foot because I don't know where I've been stepping. So I thought that was pretty damn funny. I mean, they got to make him more funny than he was in the last movie, right? And then Beautiful Day with Tom Hanks, that looks awesome. That man is just an awesome actor. I just can't say it enough. And he's just awesome. He just captures that role. It's just awesome. I know that's acting, but I'm just saying he's like one of the best actors that as far as I'm concerned. 21 Bridges, the guy from Black Panther, that looks pretty damn cool. It's kind of cool to see him out doing something outside of the MCU. Dark Water with Mark Ruffalo, another MCU actor, branching out from the MCU. That's pretty cool to see him and what have you. Now, again, being from Michigan and not too far from Flint, this is like kind of interesting. I might go check this one out. I doubt I'll go rush out and see it opening weekend, but I definitely would like to see it. So, I don't know. You go check any of these movies out. New in the theater this weekend? Let me know in the comments down below. Please like and subscribe and click on that bell so you can be notified every time we drop another video. Have a good week, people. Peace.